everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. It is Thursday morning, loading up some material. We have a big set of curved steps to do. So that's for our stringers. Heading down back, we have to load up a couple more things. I'll tell you what we got going on. Steve's gonna go saw cut, clean, and permatique storm gray on top of our stamp job we did yesterday. So he'll do a little filming on that. We have power buggies loaded. We need to transport stone for that sport court we worked on the other day. We need to transport stone down that driveway to that lower section. We're firing up our old skid loader. We hardly ever use it, so we've got a battery charger on it now. Should have it running and loaded shortly. Taking too long to get the other machine started, so I grabbed this from Tommy's house. Here's our first load of stone. So we have to power buggy. We'll load the stone right here on the power buggies, and we have to transport it all the way down here, down this driveway. Look at this landscaping. I don't even want to walk through that. Gorgeous. All the way down here. And there's our new foundation. Trying to walk fast. Here's where it gets exciting. Take it right around here, and we have to go down this hill into there. So it's not too steep on this section. So that's what we're doing right in here. We'll get this filled up. Hopefully get this poured today. All right. And then I might start grading that. They have to set sauna tubes for basketball hoops, so that might be a couple days yet. But we'll start chipping away at it. Viewers want to know, how long did this string last? About a week?
3 days.
3 days we had it fixed. Way to go. We have two buggies with us all times. We just split a track apart. And I have concrete coming. I called our rental store, Knickerbocker. They're bringing me out a new track right now. So I'm gonna start pulling this one off. The guys are prepping for concrete. If we have to, we'll use the two buggies, or two skid loaders and one buggy to get concrete down there. I'd rather use the buggies though. Okay, so you gotta loosen this tensioner up. And I keep it greased up pretty good from my wintertime maintenance. You can see the anti-seize in there. So now this will compress, loosen that track up, and it'll come right off. That is the plan. All right, pick the machine up. It's up on blocks. That should be nice and loose. Hit it back. Project 2. While we're waiting on concrete down there and a track, we're going to build a set of steps going right down this hill, turning right up to that patio. See our rebar sticking out? That's our target. Right around here, pretty steep set of steps right up to this. I'm going to clean it up and hopefully form this. We're not going to get it poured today, but tomorrow we will. So I tried pushing them back into the hillside and staying on solid. A little bit of fill out here. The machine went up there pretty good. I couldn't quite get up to the very top of it. I kept the bucket halfway, 3/4 of the way full with dirt, and that helped me dig into that hillside up there. That's about the pitch that I want. pushed it in here, wrapping it up to that. I think it'll work pretty good. We're gonna drill and get it tied into this patio. We did not leave rebar sticking out for these steps. We did down here. I need something to hold this in pretty good. I might dig down here and pour like a haunch footer to help grip and hold that in here. So we'll get going here. But that's what it looks like from up top. So we pulled a string across the patio. Set my height for the top step. So once it intersects with my plane coming up the hill, that's my first step. Down 7 1/4. 2% fall. So I know what my run is. So I check top to top, 24 1/4 inches. Repeat down 7 1/4. 24 1/4 inches. And I check my fall. Same. So now I know I have a good run, good rise, good slope. So I'll go ahead and get it laid on. Tracks showed up. We are going to throw these on real quick. I don't know how good the video is going to be. Mixers due any minute. Is out of here. That only took about 15 minutes. Here comes the concrete. Backing down the hill. If we go forward, the buggies could tip over as well as it all spill out the front. So we do a back down whenever it's steep like that, and we don't lose any concrete. Right in place. We took the splash guards off because they get all caked up and it'll drip on the driveway. Here, if we splash the wall, it does not matter at all. We have a grade pin right in the center. I'll talk real quick, then I'll join in and help. We put a nail through it for top of concrete right here. So we'll pull a screed right down. This is 4000 limestone with fiber mesh. No vapor barrier needed. It's all outside structure. Good to go. Okay, there it is, all poured. About a 20 by 20. Pretty easy pour for us, but it took a lot of work to get concrete down here, get prepped. Wasn't an easy 20 by 20 slab by any means. A little bit extra concrete. We're just spreading it in our low area right there. We might have one more buggy full coming down. We might as well use it as fill. I'm gonna go ahead and get on cleanup. Okay everybody, so here's the patio the day after we poured it. Elliot and I are over here. Oh, I'm sorry, Easy E and I are over here to put in our saw cuts, give the patio a good cleaning, and then get it colored so we can get it sealed hopefully tomorrow. Now for our cuts, obviously we're going to have a cut coming each way off this corner. Bringing the cut out this way is going to give us relief so that should this patio ever want to shift or anything up against the house, we have some flexibility there. It'll give us good protection that way. And then concrete always wants to cut off corner or crack off corners, so
We'll have a cut going that way. Probably do something off all of these posts, and then just chop it up really nice. You know, something this big, we definitely don't want to skimp on our cuts and risk, you know, cracking, especially with this pattern. As you can see with the Majestic Ashlar, you know, we have these fake mortar joints that line up really nice that we can hide a lot of these cuts in. So we're going to go ahead and get everything set up and get cutting. Okay, so there is our cut layout. Now ideally you want these to be aesthetically pleasing as well as functional. So like I said, we have 2 cuts coming off this outside corner here. Sorry about that. Then we tried really hard to get as much of the deck post covered as possible. So we have a cut running off this side of the post, this side of these posts, and this side of these posts. This was my problem post right here. So what we did is we threw another cut in here off this post because we had a lot of mortar joints that we can hide that in. So ultimately I think the squares end up ranging from about 6'5" over in this area back here to about 6'8" to 6'7" all through here. And then one thing I do want to point out is that since this is a curved patio, I always like to take our cuts, and when they meet the border, give them a turn and run them parallel. I think that looks a lot nicer than having them run through like this and having weird stuff like this happen. So there's our layout. We're going to go ahead and get cutting because this is a lot of cuts. Okay, so the patio is cut and cleaned. Me and Easy E hosed it down, and well, he scrubbed it with a push broom, so nice work there, man. But you can see how it's kind of looking pretty dry and chalky where the water's dry, and that's normal. So we'll go ahead and put our antiquing permateak on it, and that's going to give it our definition, make it look really realistic and lifelike. And then whenever we seal it, that'll pull all of that color out and really show all the accenting. Now, as always, you need to use a lot of pressure and keep shaking the can, otherwise the pigment's going to settle and it'll go from like a nice even coat of permateak to really dark and really blotchy. Alright, so patio is cut, cleaned, and colored. And as you can see, that pigment is starting to settle in to all the textured areas to give it that kind of real lifelike look. So we're going to let this dry for a day or so. We'll come back, we'll seal it, and then this one will be finished.
Okay, our second triaxle load of stone showed up, so we're back on power buggying the limestone down around back. Let's go check on the guys. Elliot's getting quite good on that power buggy. Two buggies and the skid loader. Turning, backing down the hill. That took about 15 minutes. They're all done. when we pour real slow like that, the concrete gets hot in the truck, sets up extremely fast. You and I can jump on those steps. So once we get, got my sandwich in the camera there. Once we get that thick side done, this will go pretty fast with the stone and grading. So I'll put you on time lapse. Talk to you soon. Back up here at the steps. Here's Steve back from saw cutting. How'd your morning go?
As smooth as could be. No issues. Cutting went good. The new saw cuts awesome.
Nice.
Just everything went great.
Good.
How'd yours go?
Same. All right, on to these steps. Level across. We had to run down and get some 4-foot pins. Let's get going. Okay, there they are, finally all formed up, graded, topsoiled. That way we can work against that edge and nothing runs down the hill. Walk is all connected up to that lower pad. Getting this poured tomorrow, which is Friday. I think that's going to be it. I have a meeting at 4 o'clock, so I'm bugging out of here now. Might be buying a Mack truck, so that'll be my winter project. So that's why we're bugging out early.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the patio. This is the final step, and in my opinion, it's the coolest step because you get to see what it actually looks like. So as you can see, the color dried really nice overnight. I don't see any wet spots. I don't even see any damp spots, which is always nice to see. I see a little bit of like some topical debris back in this corner here, but that's why we bring our leaf blower, so we can make sure there isn't anything like that on the surface before we seal it. So we're gonna get it leaf blowed. I'm gonna get our sealer mixed up with our traction grip right there in that white bottle, and we are gonna go ahead and get it sealed. Right there with just that light first coat of sealer, you can already see how much of a difference that makes between the unsealed and the sealed. So there's still some curing lines in there, so in a couple days when the sealer sets in and the concrete cures, this is all going to blend together really nice and look really natural. So my sealer is just about empty. I'm going to get refueled and finish this one off. Okay, so there it is. 2 coats of sealer, and this patio is done. Now after it fully cures and everything over the next few days, all of this color is going to blend in really nice. It's going to look really natural. I think the homeowners are going to be really happy with this. So with this job wrapping up, I'm off to meet the guys at whatever they're doing. I actually don't even know what they're doing, but thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Concrete with the Hosses. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.